So now we have drag and drop the files onto it. So we'll say upload. Now you can see our two files are uploaded. And if you want to see some properties of this bucket, first of all, you can see this, the properties are declared up here, all the properties, and under permissions you can give the permissions. And again we have to basically give permission so that everyone can access files from basically the files which we have uploaded. By default only you will be having access, but if you want someone else to access these files or access this website, so you'll have to give the access. So you can give access by selecting a particular object also, and you can, but if you have basically, if you have let's say thousands of objects, then you will not be giving access like this. So you can give access on entire bucket as well. So to do that, you can apply a bucket policy as well. You can select your bucket, go to permissions, and herein you can see bucket policy. You can select it, and herein you can simply give the bucket policy. So you can simply Google it, the bucket policy. You don't have to write it on your own. You simply have to replace your bucket name, and rest of the things will be done. So this is what you can use. It will allow all the anonymous users to access the content of your bucket. You can simply copy it and paste, and then you can copy the bucket name. Okay, and hit save. Okay, so now we have configured the bucket policy. Now we'll be able to access our bucket, all the objects which are present in our bucket. So this is the management tab, again the properties, and in properties now you will see static website hosting. So to enable this S3 bucket to act as a static website, we have to enable the static website hosting. By default you can see it is disabled. If you'll click it, static website hosting, so you will have to select this option, use this bucket to host a website. You can simply select it, and you have to give index and error.html pages. So we already have these in place, index.html file which we created, and error.html, the file which we created. Okay, after this hit save. Now your bucket is ready to host the website, and if you click it, you will also have one URL with which access your website. If I'll click it, you can see the content which was present in our index.html page, it will be showed up. So let's say if you will hit some, if you will try to get some random thing, let's say ABC, nothing is there, we know no resources there with ABC, then error, it will automatically get redirected to error page. So this we have done earlier as well. If you want to get basically clear overview on this, you can just go back and view the other tutorial. So we are done with static website hosting. Now what we'll do is we'll use content delivery network so that our content gets distributed. So if someone is present in US, right now this bucket is in Mumbai in India, and if someone accesses the website from US or let's say from China or Japan, so they will access this content which from a edge location or a server which is closest to them. So that responsibility will be taken care by our content delivery network. So under network and content delivery, you will select CloudFront. Okay, so herein we'll say create distribution. So we have HTML, CSS and all, so we'll say under web we can say get started. Domain name you can give. In domain name we know we have created this bucket just now, so my CBA1234, will select it. So we will not go through all the other details, only the details which are required. Domain name is okay. Then price class. So in price class basically you can select if you want to host the content to specific locations only. If you know that your users are mostly from US or Europe, then you can distribute the content in US and Europe only. And if you know that your contents are from Asia as well, then you can use this option. But if you know that users are from all the locations around the globe, then you can select use all edge locations. And then we have alternate domain name. So if you have any domain name already existing, you can give your domain name here. Rest all of the things I think are okay. After this, you can say create distribution. So right now it is in progress. So once it is done with this process, the status will be shown as deployed. And after that, we'll be able to access it using this URL. So this is the URL which it has allocated. Again, if you don't want to use this URL, you can again redirect request, or you can use your own website custom URLs using Amazon Route 53, and you can configure it. And if you are not familiar with how to use Amazon Route 53, I would request you to visit our one of previous tutorial where we have a full-fledged tutorial on how to link your existing website to Amazon S3 bucket. So this will take some time. Typically it takes 10 to 15 minutes. So what I'll do now is I'll pause the video for some time, and once our code is deployed or our distribution is created, I will just resume the video. Okay guys, so it's been 15 minutes and the status is still in progress, so we will keep monitoring it. So by that time, at the start of the tutorial, we were not able to see the edge locations correctly, so I have opened this URL. So these are the edge locations what are offered by Amazon till now, and in these edge locations our data will be distributed or data will be cached. So keep in mind, for the first time, let's say if some user is accessing this website from, let's say, Paris, for the first time a website is being accessed from Paris, then obviously the request will go to the place where your website is hosted. And once the first request is made, then the content will be cached onto the particular area. So after that, if someone else makes request to the same website from this region, from Paris, then whatever the cached version of that will be used as a primary source. So that will be used to show the website all the content that will be cached. So these are the edge locations. If you want to see, these are North America, United States. These are all the edge locations. Miami, Minneapolis, and then in Europe we have Dublin, Berlin, Frankfurt, London, and in Asia we have in Chennai, Hong Kong, Mumbai. So these are all the edge locations which will be used for delivering the content. So I'm just gonna close it. Oh great, so our content is also deployed. So happy scenario. So now our content is deployed, and let's try to hit this URL. It has allocated this domain. So right now we are not able to access it, and it is also enabled. Okay, so now it's saying access denied. We also need to configure the root object. Okay, let's click this ID, CloudFormation ID. In general tab, say edit, and under this there is an option called default root object, and this it should be, in our case it will be our index.html which will be using. This is our default root object. We'll say yes, edit. So we'll go back to our CloudFront distributions now. Now you can see again it is deployment is in progress. So once it finishes, again I'll just resume the video. Okay friends, so we are back live now to this video. So our application is deployed now, and again we'll try to hit this URL now after setting the root. Great. So now you can see we are able to access our website. So whenever you are accessing the root, you will have to set the root object. So in this case our root object was index.html. So again, if you want to access the other HTML, you can simply type array.html, and similarly we can access the resources of our website. So this is how basically we use CloudFront distribution, and CloudFront distribution will basically distribute your content throughout the edge locations, and the users which are present at a particular location, the request will go to nearest edge location, so that latency time is very less. So this is how basically we used or we leverage the power of CloudFront distributions. So if you don't want this distribution anymore, you can select it, you can disable it from here, and so you'll not be incurred any charge for it after that. So this is how basically our CloudFront distribution works, and a simple demo on that. So thanks for watching.